When I'm out on the course, it seems like a place for me to fully focus on the present moment. Every ounce of energy is put into the next shot. Not what happened yesterday or last week on the course, fully on the next shot. Because the next shot is all I have. I'm Spencer Worley, and this is my story.
Good one.
I'm from Wolverhampton, England, which is not a massive city, but it's a decently big city. And I'm a big family person. My dad loves his football. He always played football, and then as he got older, he started playing golf. And my older brother, he sort of got my older brother into golf, and that's where I picked it up from. My mum, I spend a lot of time with my mum walking with the dogs when I'm at home. And my dad, every time I'm out playing sports, whether it's football or golf, I'm always with him. When I first got here, I found it really tough. Me and my family, we got here a week early before the university started, and there was no one here. So put me in a bit of a weird place, and I wasn't 100% committed to it. And then luckily, one of the first people that we met was Theo. When we were at the golf course, and it just happened to be there at the same time. And you know, my dad sort of pushed me to go over and say hello, and he really sort of helped to just settle me and settle my parents and make us feel, he's from England, so it made us feel a little bit of home. And throughout the first few weeks, he really took me under his wing, settled me in and helped out so much. I can't thank him enough for it. I couldn't have asked for a better experience to have started me off, and I can't thank him enough for that. He's really an amazing person.
I was tasked with the job of, showing him around, and we got to play golf together. And, as a returning student, when you meet somebody new, a new player on the team, there's obviously the little bit of like, oh, I wonder how good this guy is. Is he going to take my spot? And after seeing him hit the first tee shot, I was like, wow. This guy is pretty good at golf. Yeah, Spencer's grown not only as a golfer, but also as a person. I'm really proud to call him one of my best friends. He's always there for me, and he's grown so much as a person. He's come into school here as this little immature kid from Birmingham, England, and now he's completely grown and blossomed into a person that everybody loves. I've not heard anybody say a bad word about this guy, and I don't blame them. I really do like being around this guy, and I'm really happy to call him one of my best friends.
I'd say golf for me has really been sort of a safe place and somewhere that I could always back myself in. Of course, you have your tough times. I think it's shown me that I'm quite an emotional person, especially when dealing with situations that are both positive and negative. But I've learnt a lot over my time playing golf in the way of, I think it's very important to me that I sort of let myself have that time to just get it out my system and react and let the emotions come through, and then be able to recuperate. Because if I bottle it up, it just doesn't work for me. But for sure, it's been a big learning curve, and not just in golf, but life experiences as well. I've learned a lot about myself and my personality through playing golf at various different levels. The relationships that I've made with people from all over the world it's amazing. The campus being really international based is a huge factor that lets people bond, because you're all going through the same thing. You're all away from home. You're all sort of trying to figure your way out and trying to find, your people. And I think that's a really special thing and a special place where people can build relationships and bond, and I really don't think you get that anywhere else than here. Oh.
Hello everybody. Just to introduce myself, I am Spen's older and better looking brother. I've been asked to do a quick video today, just to, talk about some of the memories that I have growing up with Spen, particularly, surrounding golf. To be honest, most of them revolve around Spen being much better than I was, which I don't begrudge him for at all. Kid's always been, incredibly talented at the sport. So, the ones that really come to mind, this is our cat. Out of the way, Frank. You just chill over there for a minute. So, yeah, I remember when Spen was about 5 years old, and he was so excited on the golf course that he'd hit his tee shot, line up with his driver, smack it, and then he'd start running down the fairway before the ball had landed. And there was a couple times where I'm convinced he got close to actually hitting himself with his own golf ball on like the small par 3 course that we used to play. After that, the one that really sticks out, I remember we used to play in a tournament. It was like the European Championships up in Scotland, and I would always play terribly. So I remember coming off the course being really upset, like, I've played awful. Only to be told that Spen was close to winning that same championship that I played awful in. So I remember racing down to the golf course that he was playing at to watch him. I think he ended up coming second in the end. But yeah, that was a really nice memory, because it turned a very disappointing day into a really, really good one. And it was all right, because I smashed him in the arcade afterwards. But yeah, no, watching him grow up and, watching him develop as a golfer, and more importantly as a person, I have to say, I could not be prouder of him. He's genuinely turned into a lovely young man. So yeah, can't wait to see you, Spen. I know you're home soon, but I've been missing you like crazy. Love you to bits, bud.
Yeah, that's a lovely video. I think that's the first time he's ever admitted that he's actually was worse than me at golf. That's the first time. So I don't know what you paid him to say that, but that's the first time that he's actually ended up saying that. Me and my brother are so close. Especially as we've got older, it's golf. Golf was one of the bonding bits, but just growing up in a loving family and doing everything together, I love him to bits, and I couldn't thank him enough for how much he's helped me with golf and just generally in life. He's a top man. I'd love to be remembered as a golfer, as someone that always gave it everything, always made 100% of his time here, and not only pushed to be the best version of themselves, but to also help others through it, especially the younger years, sort of be a role model figure and really try and help and advise where I can, and just get the most out of the experience. I'd love to be seen as sort of a role model figure in the golf and outside of the golf, because that's something I really value. I'd love to be remembered as someone that brought a smile to people's day, trying to just bring happiness into people's lives, and being there for people when they need it.